Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here doing a new gunpla review. In today's episode we are covering the Dom R35 from Gundam Build Fighters. So this is a combination of the Dom and the Goof from Rumble Rawl's custom suit from Gundam Build Fighters. I don't know why he went with the basic Goof. I would have gone the Goof custom. I get it. I do get it. He piloted his main universe counterpart piloted the Goof. He was promised the Dom. I get it. I actively get it. But still, without a choice, it would have been the Goof custom. Far better Goof version. But again, that's just me. But all in all, this is a really cool Mono-Eye Zaku suit. Not a Zaku. Mono-Eye Xeon inspired suit. And I got this from our friends at Amazing Androids. This is the only one they had, unfortunately. And I've looked online. This thing's kind of hard to find, so I got lucky. So let's get into the review and talk about this mobile suit. Okay, so this is everything that comes in box. You get one dynamic hand, a big sticker sheet, which is most of this is the shields. These two are for the verniers. I screwed up and put one in the wrong verniers. And the Mono-Eye. And of course, I forget what those two are for. The weapons are also the shields, which is pretty cool if you flip it around and have it hold at this end. That's where the gun part is, so that's pretty neat. Unfortunately, the articulations of the leg is going to be that. If you bend the leg, you get a little bit more, but that's the knee all the way bent. Not good. And the leg pops off quite easily. That's going to be a pain. I'll leave that off for now. The verniers and the back skirt do move. But that's as far as the leg goes back anyway. Alright, so hold on. Let me just pause the video real quick and fix the leg. Okay. Try to fix the leg. This crap starts happening. Okay. There we go. What just fell? So please be careful with the lower half. Okay, there we go. Then we have the claws and the legs, and in the back of the arms. There are a pair on the back of the arms. But the white parts do move. So that's pretty neat. It does not have the grapple hook on the Goof, which is kind of sad. But there's a lot of verniers, which is pretty neat. And the cool thing is, let's get the head off. There we go. And I love how the instructions are like, oh, it's really simple, just pop off the face. It's like, it's not that simple. You can actually move the Mono-Eye. And then put this back on. And now you have the Mono-Eye moved. It's clear plastic right here. Unfortunately, the head does not pull a 360. That kind of sucks, but hey. Fully movable Mono-Eye. Downside is you actively have to remove the head. So, that is kind of lame. So, the articulation is pretty mid. Not great, not bad. That armband's pretty good, but the downside is, yeah, and you do have a bit of an ab crunch. But the legs are pretty bad, and you have to be careful with them, as you saw. The legs can pop off on you if you bend it too far. And putting them back on is a minor, and by minor I mean massive pain. So please be careful with that. As I said before, the weapons can transform to like boxing gloves, regular shields. As you saw, annoying as sin legs. which is pretty neat. We have verniers on the front that actually covers the original Dom flash blast thingy that was meant for beam weapons, but just basically became a glorified flashlight. So, yeah, that's a thing. But I actually like the coloring. I wish there was more of a Dom coloring to it, though. You know, sprinkle that in there, but being almost completely of the Goof's color scheme, it's not actually bad. Unfortunately, this entire massive part is a sticker, and they could have just used a lighter color plastic. But that's, like, seriously, you have the same color plastic right here. You couldn't give me, like, a thin piece of plastic for right there? That's just ridiculous. Yeah. All in all, not a bad suit. Let's get to the summary, and I'll get into more detail. So, let's get into it. Okay. So, the Dom R35 is a interesting suit. I wish there was a little bit more traits of the Dom in it. Maybe the bazooka. Because it does have the Dom's feet, legs, the head shape. But I'm like, we don't really have the weaponry situation. And the weapons are very similar to that of the Goof. Well, very similar to at least the shield weapon of the Goof Custom. Which, out of all the things you take from the Goof Custom, you take that. You couldn't gotten the actual giant minigun attachment. That's just disappointment. Well, I couldn't call the Goof Custom. The original Goof shield, I believe, had the hands had the machine gun in it. But they could have gone, again, I would have done the Goof Custom, but that's just me. I love the fact that you have a movable mono eye, but I hate the fact that you have to rip off the entire face to do so. Like, other ones allow you to move it by just moving a little tab underneath the head. The legs are a pain. Building them, easy. This is an easy build. But the legs suck. Like, they, as you saw, they can fall off easily. They are a pain to reattach. If you bend the knee too much, the lower half of the leg just falls off. That just sucks. They could definitely improved on that. I like how the weapon and the shield are the same thing, so you get two of those, and it's so easy to build. It's like 5 pieces grand total, which is super convenient. More if you count the stickers, but I totally have respect for that, and I like how much verniers on this thing. This thing is gonna go flying. Again, this feels like what's it called? The Jim Quell, not the Jim Quell, the Hazel. Well, we can't fly fast. Well, we'll brute force it with enough rockets. But with that being said, the flaws are there. So if you're not huge with big stickers, or you're not a fan of mono eyes with chunky legs that don't bend well, then I would recommend avoiding this. But if those things aren't a problem for you, then I say get this. I can't recommend a place where to get it, because my bros place, Amazing Androids, on Long Island, they don't have another copy of this, unfortunately. So you may have to go looking for it, and hopefully you find it decently priced. I got mine for $15. But, like I said, definitely worth it if you can find it relatively priced good. I know that's made no sense. If you find it priced within your range, get it. If you can't, I wouldn't recommend it. Financially, it's not worth it. But it's a good kit, regardless. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. As you guys saw in the community post, the Infinite Justice Type 2 arrived. The Gray's Command Unit arrived. I still have to do the Lightning Buster. And I have 4 SDs coming in 2 weeks. So, we have a bunch of gunpla coming in soon. So, we have that to look forward to. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you stick around for a while. You've been here from the beginning. Thank you for sticking around for so long. You guys are amazing. And if you're new, thank you for joining us. You're also amazing. If you want to support the channel, please use the links down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. All of that helps. And, yeah. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.